Good morning, friends. Today I want to teach you another topic. The name of the topic is Life of Sri Arbind Ghosh. Aurobindo was a well known poet. He was a firebrand of India. He was a saint, philosopher, mystic, yogi, statesman, and also a prophet. He is one of the pre independence titanic trio of the Indian English literature. Rabindranath Tagore, Aurobindo, and Sarojini Naidu. He was the exponent of the Indian culture, has offered the illuminating interpretation of the Indian culture down to the centuries of his foundation of the Indian culture. The life of Sri Aurobindo. Aurobindo was born in Kolkata 15th August 1872. His father Krishnadan Ghosh was a popular civil surgeon, while his mother Swarnalata Devi was the daughter of the Rishi, one of the great men of the Indian Renaissance of the 19th century. His father chose him to go to Manchester and later to Cambridge for the higher education of Sri Aurobindo. Having spent 14 years in the England from the age of 7, Aurobindo acquires a complete mastery over the English language, which had particularly become his mother tongue at the Cambridge. He made a notable impression on the Oscar Browning. Rabindranath Sri Aurobindo passed ICS Open Competitive Exam, although he could not join in this service. In February 1893, he came back to India to take up the appointment offered by the Maharaja of Baroda and settle down as a professor of English, and also he became the vice principal of the Baroda College. During these 13 years, Sri Aurobindo fastly achieved the feat and nationalizing himself. The political scene in India depressed him, and he contributed a series of articles of the column in Hindu Prakash magazine under the telling caption The New Lamps of Old. The Baroda period was a significant time of Sri Aurobindo's life. During the college period, he teaching poetry and he also interest in the politics. Aurobindo started a journal named Arya, in which he published the many of his famous writing, poems, essay, as well as a critical article, which later came out as a book under the various titles: The Life Divine, The Synthesis of Yoga, The Future Poetry, The Foundation of the Indian Culture, and also he took part in the Indian politics and spiritualism also he took part in the freedom fighter also, and he founded many ashrams. Aurobindo was deeply affected on yoga. He has given so many methods of teaching, for example, love and sympathy for the child, education through the mother tongue, education according to interests of the child, education through the self experience, emphasis on learning by doing, education through cooperation of the teacher and the student in the education process, education according to the nature of the child, considering the divinity in the child, freedom of the child, free environment of the child, and acquire knowledge through all these methods of teaching. Another, he has written Savitri. Look this picture of the book of Savitri as a legend and symbol. This is the culmination of Sri Aurobindo's poetic career. It is a poetic epic written in a grand scale. drawn slowly, drawn slowly to the center revolution politics in the Bengal in 1905. Aurobindo also wrote many books like Bhavani Mandir, a handbook for the revolutionary dedicated to the service of Bhavani, which caused the deep concerns of the bureaucracy. Another book, The Secret of Vedas, The Rose of God, and The Life Divine. The Bird of the Fire are some of the important poems written by Sri Aurobindo. K.R.S. Iyengar pointed out he realized a new kind of poetry, like Sri Aurobindo's, demands a new mentality in the recipient as well as the writer. Thank you friends. Please listen this video very carefully and make a note about Sri Aurobindo. Tomorrow I will send you another video, another topic of videos. Please listen very carefully. Thank you friend. Thank you.